MotorWeek is made possible by RockAuto.com.
If you ask a lot of car fans what separates run-of-the-mill transportation from something special, they'll probably tell you it's character. By that, they mean a single car has specific traits that it shares with no other car. The Chevy Corvette is one such car. In its 35-year lifespan, it has always offered a unique driving experience. Now, some German or Japanese competitors may be a bit quicker or smoother through tight curves, but none of them offer that same gut-wrenching blast of a big American V8 driving its power through the rear wheels. With this in mind, we decided that it was time for a Corvette road test. We wanted to see if this legendary sports car still has all its vigor as it approaches middle age.
The latest Corvette could be considered middle-aged in two ways, in total production years and in years of the current chassis. It's been with us since 1983. But low production numbers require a long life for Corvette platforms, and there's no sign here of hardened arteries yet. Indeed, the heart of this '88 Corvette is pumping stronger than ever. This year, horsepower is up 5 to 240. Torque also gains 5 to 340 pound-feet. While the cam has been changed, Chevrolet says the extra power comes from a less restrictive exhaust system. All Corvette engines now get the aluminum heads that were phased in during the 1986 model year. And this multi-port fuel-injected 5.7-liter is guaranteed to get your adrenaline pumping too. But something unusual happened when we went out to launch. The Corvette's anti-lock brakes got a bit confused when we power braked. That is, applied brake and power at the same time. When the back wheels spin, the ABS thinks the car is skidding and does everything it can to stop it. But this is hardly a sign of senility. When you release the brake, the Vette squirts from 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds and passes the quarter-mile marker in 14.5 seconds at 95.2 miles per hour. And our car was an automatic. A manual transmission Corvette is a few tenths quicker on both marks. The suspension has also benefited from the ongoing therapy of Corvette engineers. The only outward evidence is new Goodyear ZR40 17-inch tires that come with the Z51 and Z52 performance suspension packages. The base tire is a Z-rated 16-incher. To accommodate the new rubber that's rated for speeds above 149 miles per hour, the front and rear suspension of all Corvettes has been beefed up and the geometry changed. Our car had the Z52 suspension, which is the preferred option for street performance. Z51, now reserved for showroom stock racers and autocrossers, only comes with a manual transmission. The 17-inch tires do make a difference. While never a car we'd call nimble, the superior handling of the long-nosed Vette is now even better. Cornering is extremely flat and seems to know few limits. While you can hang the rear end out if you lift off the gas abruptly, it is never alarming. Overall, the feel is more responsive. Maybe a bit too responsive. The faster steering ratio of the Z51 and Z52, combined with the wider tires, allows the car to react so quickly that the driver must pay constant attention. The new 17-inch tires also created the greatest amount of steering kickback we've ever felt on a Corvette, despite a stiffened steering column. Over random road bumps, our Z52 Corvette was a handful. So much so that if you live where roads are pot-marked, we recommend foregoing the Z52 package for the base suspension. All Corvettes have anti-lock brakes and have since '86, but this year's system has new dual-piston front calipers and thicker brake rotors. The result is an amazing 55-mile-per-hour stopping distance average of only 97 feet. Honest. Just for kicks, we decided to see how well the ABS really works by trying to stop and steer at the same time. The result, a stop from 55, still under 100 feet. So, despite its numerical age, the Corvette is a limber triathlon gold medalist. But you can't always tell by its taste in wardrobe. Some of the interior fabric colors, like our car's iridescent blue, just didn't work with the more conservative dark exterior color. Make your selections carefully. One interior improvement, the emergency brake lever has been moved to make entry easier. And the passenger seat, as well as the driver's seat, can now be ordered with 6-way adjustment. New standard equipment now includes power door locks, cruise control, and AM/FM cassette. Gauges are, as before, the best digitals in the business, although we do hope there is truth to the rumor that analog instruments may return on future models. All controls are simple, straightforward, easy to reach, and free of adornment. Why change something that's working fine? We do wish Chevrolet would improve on two things, both the Corvette's transmissions. The automatic shifter is too notchy, and when in overdrive has an annoying habit of upshifting just when you don't want it to. As for the 4-speed plus overdrive manual, the throws are too long and clunky. It reminds you more of a 60s vintage gear-bashing muscle machine than a refined 80s world-class sports car. The same goes for Corvette squeaks and rattles. Our high-mileage test car had more than most owners will experience, and a rear-view mirror that vibrated traffic into a blur. Rattles have never deterred Corvette thieves, but Corvette's pass-key electronic anti-theft system should. Chevrolet claims it cut Corvette thefts by 45% for '86, the first year the system was offered. And Corvette owners won't have to steal to pay for gas. With EPA ratings of 16 city and 25 highway, our car returned a very reasonable 21 mile per gallon economy loop. As for price, the Corvette Coupe starts at $29,005, and our test car went for $32,973. That's several thousand more than the last coupe we tested, but it's not bad considering the ABS, better tires, and so on. The convertible Vette begins at $34,820. For comparison, another refined old-timer, the Porsche 911 Carrera, has similar acceleration and a nimbler feel, but it cost at least $15,000 more and doesn't have anti-lock brakes. The 1988 Corvette hit us just right with great acceleration, stick-like glue handling, secure brakes, improved creature comforts, and additional standard equipment. It misses the mark with clumsy operating transmissions, too much steering kickback from the Z52 17-inch tires, and the all-too-expected squeaks and rattles. So where do we go from here? While an all-new Corvette is probably still 5 years away, there is much more massaging to be done on the current car. Next year, the 400-horse King Corvette will appear. Its 32-valve V8 will sport Lotus-engineered heads. It will also have wider tires and a reshaped rear end. But there will also be a tamer Vette next year, the same car you see here. And if history is any guide, another year older will be an easy load for the Corvette to bear.